pick my leg up, right? I'm in trouble. So, and then now I expand. Go again.
Oh, what the? I don't understand.
This, you don't understand. This pressure is on my palm. Okay, if it's just on my palm, it's heavy. If I distribute it through my body, then it's not heavy. I'm comfortable. See, I could easily toss him at this point. Yeah, see.
Sure.
So only roughly the 1/3 or 1/4 my body weight is there. So it's easy for him to pick me up, right? But if I relax, have song, expand now go again.
Oh.
Yeah, try again.
Okay.
People think you're faking it.
I know.
And pull my wrist back towards you.
Like this?
Yeah. So he's pulling me back like that, right?
Okay.
Now I expand this. And now it's so difficult, isn't it?
It's a lot harder.
So that situation is the same as this situation, isn't it? So I'm distributing the force around my body in the same way, whether we're upright or on the ground. Decide, and you find the bliss. You're light, you're happy, you're exploring like this. And now when you feel all this and you think about morning traffic, what do you think? What happens?
It honestly doesn't seem like such a big deal anymore.
That's right. All right. Thank you for helping me with this discussion. We're going to talk about balance, something that people know Tai Chi to be beneficial for. And it is beneficial, but it's so much more than what you may have thought balance was. So what is it like when you're out of balance?
You're mainly distracted at regaining balance.
Yeah.
So, it puts you in a compromised state mentally and physically.
Yeah, compromised state mentally and physically. So your compromised mental state is like disorganized. Things aren't where they're supposed to be, whether physically or mentally and all of that, right? So balance is a way to restore the harmony inside of your mind, inside your body, and even more than that. So balance is really a path to harmony. And the path to that is through union. And we're going to talk about what that means. It's connection. Connection between things that are not yet connected. And that's why you have imbalance. Does that make sense?
Yes, sir.
Okay, so let's do a concrete illustration. So if you stand facing me.
Like this?
Yeah. Okay. Hands forward like this. So in Tai Chi, we say posturally, your elbow should be low, your hip should be low, your shoulder should be low, right? So like that. See, resist me.
Oh,
right?
trying to resist.
Me?
Okay.
Yeah, so you're stable like this. This is proper. He's in balance. You see. So if he's out of balance with himself, that means within himself things are out of place, right? So if you go like this again and lift your shoulders.
Lift the shoulders.
Yeah.
Oh, like this. Okay,
yeah.
there you
Now, see, it's going to be difficult,
hard,
right?
Yeah.
There's very, very poor alignment. So his arm is out of balance relative to his torso, right? So let's go like this again.
Okay. Shoulders lifted? Or?
Shoulders normal, right?
Normal. Okay.
But if your butt sticks out too far behind you, right, like this, right? Then that's
I'm already going.
That's kind of awkward too. So if your hips are not in balance in the right position, then your upper and lower body is not in balance with each other. So first step of balance, the first step of union is that within yourself, that there should be union. There should be harmony and balance. Does that make sense?
Yes, sir.
So the first step is to seek that. How do we find that? Well, you could memorize every single rule of posture. Shoulders low, elbows at this angle, hips at that angle, knees in a certain way, foot in a certain way, neck in a certain way, tuck your chin a certain way, lift your, all of that, right? It goes on and on and on. You could write at least a chapter about it. But that is not very lively. It's not very natural. The natural path to inner balance physically with yourself is through song, through release. So if you stand, just probably like this. Actually, you can stand like that since you're already there.
Okay, yes, sir.
Okay, and then I want you to feel like you're carrying your body weight. Carry your body up as possible. And so means to release. So now release your body weight. Let it all go. Let it go all the way down with your body. Yeah. Bring your arm like this. Carry everything up. Carry all your weight, and then release. But don't drop your arm. Just release the weight. So now, see, stand firm. Now, how balanced is that?
Yeah, it's very good.
Yeah, so now you have a song. This is a very simple way to discover song. Means you carry all of your weight, all of your burden, and then you release that into the ground. Okay, so now he has balance with himself. Now, there's more that's necessary to have immovable balance. So he has balance with him. He has union with himself now. Everything is connected within his body. the way it ought to be. So go like that again.
Mhm.
So he's stable like this.
Mhm.
Okay, like that. But however, right,
Mhm.
I could probably tip him over.
Yeah.
Kind of
Mhm.
tip him over from underneath if
Mhm.
I get lower than him,
Mhm.
right? So he's stable like this.
Mhm.
Or I could pick his legs up. Okay, single leg. I should have my head on this side, but anyways, I could pick him up. Same thing. So I'm here, right? I song down and
Mhm.
release. If you push straight into me, that's not bad, okay? But if you pick my leg up, right, I'm in trouble. So what am I not connected to?
The ground, Sifu?
That's right. We haven't connected to the ground. So how do we connect to the ground?
Just release down to the ground, Sifu?
Release down to the ground. That is what a lot of people think, and that's why we're talking about this today.
Hmm.
So good guess, representing everybody that I want to share this with. So we talk about rooting in plants. Do plants just kind of rest on the ground? How do they get the roots?
The roots grow into the ground.
Yeah, the roots grow in the ground, they burrow into the ground. So there's an actual intention, to the extent that plants have intention, of burrowing and reaching and growing towards the ground. They don't just grow towards the sky, they grow towards the ground at the same time. And what does that mean? Does that mean little things come on my feet? No, I would need very strange shoes if that was the case. So no, that's not the case. But so when we have song weight, when we release, right? When we release our weight all the way to the ground, what happens next? What comes up?
Oh, pung comes up. Sifu.
Pung comes up, yep. So your weight sinks down on the inside and the pung comes up on the outside. It is like a yoga ball. Okay, you have a yoga ball. Let's say it's not super full, okay? Not super firm. And I push down the middle, it'll kind of sink down the middle, but the edges will kind of start to puff up. It'll form kind of like a bagel shape or like a donut shape. Does that make sense? This is our famous Tai Chi pung donut. So I push down in the middle, the outside starts to rise up, right? So you push me, right? You push me. As this pressure sinks down, the outside rises up, and I'm comfortably supported by the outside pressure. The more his pressure goes down the inside, the more outside pressure is bouncing him back, right? So there is that process, and so what I feel is an expansiveness. The more you push on the yoga ball, the more it expands in every direction. The expansiveness is your pung, right? Now, we tend to think of pung as going up and out. We've discussed that you could be bear hugging someone or grabbing someone. You could be punging inwards as well too. You could expanding inwards. So I'm going to tell you now, we're going to expand into the ground.
Okay, yes, sir.
Does that make sense?
Yes, sir.
Maybe not logically, but it makes sense if you pump up the yoga ball or beach ball. It's puffing up this way, but it's also puffing down towards the ground and in every direction. So I'm here like this. I song like this, right? So now as let me just be heavy. So here, pick up my leg.
Okay, pick up your leg.
Yeah, so it comes right up, okay? And then now I expand. Go again.
Oh, what the? I don't understand.
You don't understand?
Yes, sir.
Good. that means that this is a novel lesson for you. So I am expanding down towards the ground. And why is it that you can't pick me up? Did I get heavier? Because technically, if you grab my waist, like you could pick me up
like this.
My whole weight
Yes,
can be
sir.
picked up, right? So grab my waist again.
Yeah. Oh.
I'm expanding down.
Yeah.
So okay, that sounds crazy, right? If I go on a bathroom scale, do I gain a couple of 30 pounds, 50 pounds when I do that? No, the scale reads the same thing because the scale reads force. My weight is my mass times the acceleration of gravity downwards. So that's reading the same. But for you to affect me, you're applying pressure through my form. Okay. What song does is that it distributes pressure. To the extent that when you're pushing me like this, this pressure is on my palm. Okay, if it's just on my palm, it's heavy. If I distribute it through my body, then it's not heavy. I'm comfortable. See, I can easily toss him at this point. So when he picks me up, he's applying pressure. Right, pick me up. Go. Yeah. Right. So to get my body, but that pressure, if I distribute it all through my body like his push, then it's not effective in moving my leg. Try again. See. Yeah, so they talk about this in Wuxia, 千斤坠, how to weigh 1,000 kilograms. This is how you do it. You can't pick me up by my waist. You can't pick me up by my leg, right? I want to see a really crazy demo. Who wants to see a really crazy demo? Okay, all right. No, we're not going to harm Ray on this video, right? So if I'm in a push-up position like this, grab my wrist and pick me up.
grab your wrist.
Yeah, pull me off the ground like a
pull you off
carrot.
the ground like
See?
this.
Yeah, yeah. See?
Okay.
Yeah. Use both hands if you like. No, on the same
On
side.
one end? Okay, sure.
Yeah. See?
Sure.
So only roughly the 1/3 or 1/4 my body weight is there. So it's easy for him to pick me up, right? But if I relax, you have song, expand now go again.
Oh.
Yeah, try again.
Okay.
People think you're faking it.
I know. It's a lot harder, Sifu.
It's a lot harder. It got me
It's much harder
off the ground. And so with a lot of effort, you could got me a little bit off, but it's a lot harder, right? Because what's happening is your pressure to go this way is being distributed throughout my whole pung and surface, vascular surface. That's to say, if we were like this and you push me here,
push you. Okay.
Yeah, I push on one hand actually.
I'll push on one hand.
Right.
Like this.
So you can overpower me in one case, right?
Yeah.
And then if I distribute that, come again. See, now he's not moving me, right? Even if I'm standing in horse stance, push, he's not moving me, right? Now go behind me.
Okay.
Go stand here, and pull my wrist back towards you.
Like this.
Yeah. So he's pulling me back like that, right?
Okay.
Now I expand this, and now it's so difficult, isn't it?
It's a lot harder, Sifu.
So that situation is the same as this situation, isn't it? So I'm distributing the force around my body in the same way, whether we're upright or on the ground. Does that make sense now?
That makes sense, Sifu.
Yeah.
Yes.
So it's just about redistributing his force and pressure, not his force, his pressure, so that it cannot act upon my body part the way he wants to. And it doesn't matter if I'm like this, like this, like this, or any other way, which is why you've experienced this like in ground fighting with me, that it's difficult to move me or it's difficult to stop me and so forth, because the same internal quality can be applied in any geometric position. And this expanding downwards gives me a connection to the ground. So now my feet is connecting to the ground.
Okay.
So the expansion outward, that's like the little roots, the intention of the roots. Not literal roots, but the intention of going towards it. So now my intention is going towards the ground, into the ground with this expansion. So my intention is now beyond just my body, not just how my body is in the right posture, but connecting into the ground. So we are learning to have union far and beyond ourselves. Does that make sense?
Yes, Sifu.
We're no longer just self-centered. We're connecting with the earth, right? So you do it. Take your stance again.
Okay, like this, Sifu?
Yeah.
Okay.
So see,
Well, yeah.
I picked it up
That's
easy,
pretty
no
easy.
problem, right? So
So,
sink down, feel your pung expand. Expand your feet into the ground, down and also outwards, right? Like that.
Oh, almost. But
Yeah. Okay, good. So see, that's how you do it.
Okay.
You learned it right away.
Thank you, Sifu.
So now you're feeling that feeling of expansion and the awareness of yourself going to the ground. And now you have much better balance. I couldn't pick up your leg. Go like this again.
Okay.
So if you don't expand to the ground,
Okay.
I could push you over if I go upward. But expand to the ground as you song. Yeah.
There it is.
See, now see your balance is
It's
very
a lot easier, yeah.
Yeah. Still force, he's still shaking and all of that. So what are you not in balance with?
Well, I'm probably not connected with the upper body and lower body, Sifu.
I think that was actually pretty good. You give yourself too little credit.
Oh, okay.
You are not connected to me.
Oh, I'm not connected to
You're
this.
just focused on yourself and the ground.
Okay.
So you're just like, I'm going to be a big building, Washington Monument, with a really deep anchor in the ground. It'll be stable. That's a pretty good thought. It'll probably last a couple hundred years.
Okay.
But if you factor, if you're one with the environment, if you think about how the wind will blow, how the waves will come and whatever, all of that stuff, then you could build something even more harmonious with nature. Does that make sense?
Yes, Sifu.
So we're going to expand our minds even more. So here, you push me.
Yeah, push
So
you. Okay.
here, so this is me fighting you with force. This is me having pung in my body. This is me connecting to the ground. So now I'm pretty comfortable.
Yeah.
I still feel pressure, even though it's comfortable. It's a manageable lower pressure.
Yeah.
So what I feel as pressure is you disturbing my center of balance. Okay, relax for a second.
Yes, sir.
So your pressure is disturbing my center of balance, and it's roughly like feels like around here somewhere. I feel like I'm being pushed back. So here's my body. And here's my center of balance. It's being threatened out, and it's gonna fall over if I don't do something about it beyond a certain point. So I want to restore the comfort here. My center of balance is gonna become a place of harmony inside of this, all these force and chaos, like the eye of the storm. So as my mind expands outward
Mhm.
to fill this whole storm of your force and my force, all the wind and pressure,
Mhm.
this becomes a center. Okay, so let's come again. You push me.
Push you?
Yeah.
Okay.
So I feel this pressure inside
Mhm.
my torso. Okay,
Mhm.
and I expand my mind into the ground, but also through Ray. There. Now I feel like I'm comfortable. I'm the eye of the storm. You see, he's starting to kind of
Yeah.
lose his own organization.
Mhm.
What was that like?
But it felt like I was pushing for a bit, and then for some reason it's like my force vector shifted, and
Yeah.
then when that happened, I could feel myself starting to slowly lose balance.
Yeah. So let me do a little demo for this. Can I borrow you, Mo? Yeah. So you and Ray do what we were doing. So you face Ray, and you
Okay.
push upon Mo.
Okay, sure.
Okay. So Mo's receiving it, but he's not falling, right?
Mhm.
So his center of balance is being threatened. I touch him, and I restore the balance. There. How do you feel now, Mo?
Supported.
Supported. Okay. I take it away. What do you feel now, Mo?
I'm taking it on.
You feel the pressure, right?
Still, yep.
And then so I find that center and I expand through Ray. There. How's that?
Going off balance. Yeah.
I'm not doing anything.
Yeah.
It's a conduit for your energy.
Right. So I'm fixing the center of balance to restore the harmony to your center of
But I didn't
balance.
feel any like that much effort.
Yes.
So that's a weird thing.
Yes.
It's
So
like, okay.
I didn't actually push on you. It wasn't that I was matching his push. It was that I was extending my awareness, my E, through you to feel your center of balance, and then through Ray so that I could balance this equation between you and him. Kind of far out sounding.
It's very far out.
Yeah, you could
Thank you.
think about it for a moment. So it's a little bit far out logically to think about, but it's not all that hard to do it physically. So I'm going to push you.
Okay.
I'm pushing you, and you feel your center of balance being threatened.
Yeah.
Right? And let yourself zoom out from that point
Okay.
until you include me, and it feels comfortable.
Oh, there it is. Yeah.
Yeah, see, now you're comfortable. I'm pushing harder, but your face says you're comfortable.
Yeah.
Right? And then now if you want to move in some direction, just let everything express in some direction. Yeah. So all we're really doing is being aware of our center of balance and how that's being disturbed. We're moving away from the conflict. Hands up. Conflict was here.
Yeah.
If you focus on here, you'll never find balance, right? If you have a seesaw, right? And someone is right here, and there's all this weight on it, and you think about this spot, you'll never get the seesaw to balance. You have to expand out, right? If you have a seesaw and you think about how to just push on this, and you don't measure this, it also won't find balance. Your awareness has to include the whole seesaw and all parties, right?
Yes.
So when you're focused on our palms, that's no good.
Yeah.
So step back into your center of balance, and then from there zoom out till you cover me, and then there you go, like that. Then you have restored the balance that includes your body, the earth, and me. All three things. And now you could move it however way you want. If you want to push me, you can push me. So when we're met with physical discomfort, when we're met with physical challenges, the way to resolve it is not to like dash against the challenge over and over, but to expand outward into the physical reality until you include all the elements at play, the earth and the opponent. Does that make sense?
Yes.
When we face physical imbalance, we expand outwards through the physical space until we find that balance. That's where the solution is. So as you practice balance like this in Tai Chi, in push hands, in your form, you're learning to expand your awareness, expanding your mind, to have union with yourself, the earth, and your opponents, so to discover the true sense of physical balance. And that's something kind of nice, right?
Yes.
Now, here's a plot twist. What about inner balance? When people think about emotional balance, spiritual balance, emotional balance, things like this, it actually works the opposite, but with a similar way. So what do I mean by that? Suppose let's pick something that kind of annoys you.
The flies in the park.
Something a little bit more than that, perhaps, because that way we will just shoo away.
Oh, just I don't know, morning traffic or something.
Morning traffic, yeah. So when you have morning traffic annoying you, right? And then you zoom out and you include the cars around you, and you include the freeway, and you see the person way up ahead, rubbernecking, and the person drinking coffee and driving slowly and stupidly and all this stuff. Well, that doesn't really help your traffic situation now. So zooming out into the physical world for your emotional or spiritual imbalances is not the key. You want to go inward into yourself because the source of that discomfort is what you want to find and balance. So if you're pushing me, I want to zoom out and encompass that,
Yeah.
and you
Mhm.
to find balance,
Mhm.
right? So that's fine.
Mhm.
But if I'm annoyed, the source of annoyance is not you, not those cars. It seems like it would like to blame them, but the source of the emotion is inside of you. And where is inside of you? Somewhere you can't get to. Otherwise, you would stop being annoyed, right? Like, oh, I can't help but feel annoyed at this traffic. I can't help it. It's like who could be otherwise in this situation? Look how crazy this is. These are the thoughts we have, the stories we tell ourselves, because we cannot find the bliss that is trapped beyond the annoyance. We want bliss. You want to go to work, and when you go to work, you want to feel relaxed. You want to feel like full of optimism for what you're going to accomplish, full of positivity for your teammates and clients and stuff like that. We want to have these blissful thoughts and feelings, but we can't get to it. And say what we get is annoyance at traffic. So the bliss is hidden behind the annoyance. So you have to journey inwards into yourself to where the annoyance comes from. What are you really thinking or feeling that makes you annoyed that there's traffic? That's a question for you.
Oh, probably just worried about being late for work, for example.
Worry about being
pressure.
late. Because what's the problem with being late for work?
Oh, you can get in trouble by your
You
manager.
get in trouble.
Yeah.
So you have this like anxiety or fear of being in trouble, right? And when you are in trouble with your manager, what's the bad thing that could happen that you don't want to happen?
They don't use you anymore.
They don't use you anymore, right? You're no longer part of that company or team or something like that, right? And behind that, right? Behind that, because we're going more and more in. So you got to the company, losing the role. Behind that, what do you fear that it says about you if they kick you out?
Oh, bad worker.
That you're a bad worker.
Bad performance.
Bad performance. And what does that say about you that you don't like?
Not a useful person.
Not a useful person. So that's pretty deep. That's pretty fundamental that you fear that you're not a useful person, right? And so that is the whole. And there's we tell ourselves stories. I'm not a useful person. I'm not a happy person. I'm not a sturdy enough person. Whatever. We tell ourselves these stories. Different versions of ourselves tell us different things, like the little version of ourselves on our shoulders telling us stuff. Once upon a time, a version of you formed that tells a story that you're not a useful person, you might not be a useful person, and it stands right there. And whenever someone says, "No, you're useful. I think you're useful. That you're really helping me with this video," and then the little one goes, "No, you're still not useful. You're still not useful, right?" And I said, but if you believe me, you start to feel good. If you believe that version, you start to feel bad. You feel good if you believe me in a specific way. You access that bliss that is being blocked by that version of you that says, "No, not useful." And then you can't get past that version of you. You're telling the story. That where he's saying, "You shall not pass," and behind that is a bliss that you need to complete you. Does that make sense?
Yes, it does.
So, what would you feel? What would you be feeling that's different from any of this if you discover with irrefutable proof that you are super useful and valuable?
Well, I'd feel very happy and light. Yeah.
Happy and light, right? What kind of happy and light is happy and light like this?
Just walking with a lot of energy.
Walking a lot of energy, yeah. And when you're walking a lot of energy, what kind of experiences would you be going to have in the world?
Oh, just exploration, curiosity,
Exploration,
just enjoying life.
Enjoying life. And when you're exploring, enjoying life like this, what would you say to that little version of you that says that you're not useful?
There. It's all good.
Oh, that's so nice. There. It's all good. You actually soothe it instead of just crushing him. So that's very compassionate. And yes, and when that part feels there, it's all good. What would be different?
You feel very happy. Honestly.
You feel very happy. And so in this process, he's talked down or calmed down or convinced that version of him that says, "Nope, don't go past here," to step aside, that it's okay. And he steps aside and you find the bliss. You're light, you're happy, you're exploring like this. And now when you feel all this and you think about morning traffic, what do you think? What happens?
It honestly doesn't seem like such a big deal anymore.
That's right, because it never was such a big deal because you are useful. You could be light and happy exploring like this. So see, he just achieved what? Inner balance, emotional balance, spiritual balance. And where do we go? onto the 405 freeway. No, don't do that. We didn't go there. We went inside. We went inside more and more and more to the very beginning of the story, to the version of you that was blocking you deep inside from what's even better for you deeper inside of that. And when you access that, when you got that part of you to feel okay and step aside, then you restore balance. Everything is the way it's supposed to be, where it's supposed to be. What you said in the very beginning of this video about what is balance and what is imbalance. So, what do you know that you did not know before?
That there's an internal component to balance.
There's an internal component to balance.
Going inward can help restore that, which is very important for our daily functioning for our life.
That's right. Going inward can restore that. So in Tai Chi, you learn to guide your awareness. And mostly in physical practice, we go outwards with our mind to master ourselves in this physical world. And that gives you the skill, the confidence, and the tools to go inwards into your own spiritual reality, and the depth of your emotional reality, to find inner balance that supports your Tai Chi as a martial art, that supports your Tai Chi as a healing practice, that completes you in your spiritual journey. And that's something really valuable, isn't it?
Yes, sir.
Yeah, and all that comes from balance, which is achieved through this union, this awareness. Okay, any questions? All right, thank you for helping me illustrate this. Okay, thanks for watching. See you next time.